7 here, and today we are going to do some r/entitled parents. Okay, this one's okay. Some but potatoes need love too. Okay, let's start. My neighbor had this weird relative. He was so odd, one really liked it when he showed up, even though they couldn't quite figure out why he became apparent when he was caught and convicted for sexual abusing a little boy. For this guy got spent several years in jail. Good. The idiot needed to be there. While this guy was in jail, my neighbors had two adorable kids and well-behaved kids. First a little girl and then a little boy. Awesome. And behaved kids so well-behaved it was almost freaky, but then I think my boys might just be a part demon. Then the pedo gets out of prison. When this happened, my neighbors told me that no way they were gonna let this pedo near their kids, and I was glad that they thought this way. Responsible parents, always good to see. These folks were wonderful parents. About 3 months later, my husband and I ran into our neighbor's mother/mother-in-law. I was never sure whether I liked this woman or not. I was positive I didn't like it. After this meeting, this entitled woman did nothing but complain about our neighbors. Her daughter could have done better, and her daughter's husband was a lazy slut. They refused to go to church. Her yada yada. I was getting annoyed with her stupid rambling. These were great neighbors that actually watched their own kids when they came over. Then she started complaining about how they refused to let her nephew, the pedo, come to their house. She went to this tirade about how family should stick together, how them not trusting this nephew was just wrong. I stood there in horror as she told us how she had plans to pick up her grandkids and take them to meet her nephew so that he would be given the love and trust of his family, which he so desperately needs. This crowd then went on to say that she might even leave them with him for a short time, just so you know. He can show everyone else how trustworthy he is. So we're stupid, so they say he could be around kids, and she was going to prove it to them. I put my hands in my pockets to keep from just reaching out to slap her. I looked at my husband and saw he was freaked out too. Here we both were staring at this woman with horrified looks on faces, and this cow kept droning on it. Not even noticing she was stupid. When he got home and my husband walked over to our neighbor's house and told him that his mother-in-law had said this neighbor wasn't surprised. That in this list, and said that he wondered if this would happen. He thanked my husband for warning and told him not to worry. Later, the neighbor told me what had happened. He said that his mother-in-law had come by a few days later and had wanted to take their kids to church. He had told her no. She then asked if she could just have them for that, and then her no again. She was getting mad, but this time said why he wasn't letting her have her only grandkids. He told her that he was afraid she would take them to kids around cousins pedo. The very next thing she said was that my husband and I were lying, that she would never do that. He hadn't brought up her names at all, so when she said that he knew that she had planned on doing just that, he told her that he knew she wasn't going to do that because he wasn't going to let her. She became angry at this and said that she would talk to her daughter about this occasions and left. Later, her daughter told her that she could come by the house anytime she wanted to see the kids. She also told her that anytime she wanted, they would bring the kids to her house for a visit. That is just long as her nephew, the pedo, wasn't there. But never ever was she going to be allowed just to take the kids without her and her or her husband, so she was going to have to accept it. Her mother angrily told her that God gave her those kids to her, therefore God could just as easily take her kids away. Could just as easily take her kids away. I'm not sure, but that kind of sounded like a threat. But to me, who knows? So the mother-in-law did the only not logical thing and moved her nephew, the pedo, into her house. What followed was this woman moaning, complaining that no one ever visited her anymore and unwelcome to any of the relatives' homes. The reality was that she stubbornly insisted that nephew and the pedo be invited too, and if not, then she was staying alive. Not being able to have that one out of all. Sorry. Now the neighbor kids are all grown up. This one still lives all her pedo nephew. And still Ellie wonders why no one comes to her house or why she is no longer invited places. Okay, let's go to the shoutouts. This one's from Babe Sorrel YT. God could easily take these kids away. Yeah, that would be a restraining order time for me. This one's from ZPerk13. God, you must stay at least 200 feet away from me at all times. This one's from KK Shiz. Whoa. I ain't going SH2 do this whack job. This lady is another in Square SH. God, probably. Okay, that's all for now. I'm sorry, this is my first time. I'm just kidding. Dang, these are long. This one's called Parents try to wash their crappy kid off in a public pool. I don't like call that my local pool, and this happened. It wasn't working, but I got a very detailed recount the next day for another tremendous lifeguard, so I thought I'd share. A swimmer came up to me, one of the lifeguards, LJ1, saying, I think there's been an accident in one of your toilets. We aren't allowed to leave poolsides while on duty, so you made her another lifeguard, LJ2. To check it out, and oh my god, someone had obviously had an awful case of diarrhea. The cubicle was covered in crap all up the walls, the floor, on the toilet, sorry, paper dispenser, and in everywhere available. LG2 quickly closed the toilet and ran for the manager because he had no idea what even started cleaning up. Sorry. This is where the entitled parents come in. LG1 was watching the pool as he noticed a lady and her kid, maybe 6, walking on the pool side. The most important detail to know here is that the kid has crap dripping down his legs. Conversation went as followed. Excuse me, your son can't come in the pool like that. EM. Oh no, don't worry, I just need to wash him off, then we'll be leaving. Gee, what? I'm just gonna dunk him in, you know, just to get the worst off before he changes. Gee, no, you're not. You can use the showers for that. Oh, but this would be much quicker and we're here. Plus, the showers are gross. You know, they get cleaned at least twice a day. Gee, pool rules say that if you have diarrhea, are allowed to swim, and have you any idea in sanitary this is? Yeah, he He'd only been there for being there for a few seconds. What's the big deal? All of a sudden he's gonna get sick and get anyone sick. Oh, sorry. At this point, they argued back and forth, all the while the kid dripping crap on the floor and looking like death. After a while, the manager noticed that was happening and came over. The situation was explained, and Ian tried to plead her case to him. So you see, I should be allowed to wash him in a communal water. They made her in a voice that was sounded like he was completely over stupid people today. No, leave the pool or I will be forced to ban you. At this point, the lady finally got the message and left. I guess it sounded more important coming from a grown man rather than a teenage lifeguard. However, and it wasn't really a win for the lifeguards because they had it all up. One of them threw up because of the smell as well. And she had left another toy and mysteriously had another crap on the floor. But whatever, they hadn't come back again. Okay, let's go to the comments. This one's from Rain Lake. You gamble with your life when you enter a public pool. Okay, to another story. This one's from u/applecake6262. Ian turns me for not giving her money. This happened back in February. This was my first Comic-Con, and I had the exact appearance of a teenage geeky girl. I don't know what's going on anywhere. She is actually supposed to bring... God. Sorry. Oh my gosh. So let's see, here's what it looks like. HBSW. Oh my gosh. Spotty's backpack to store, spirit clothes and merch. That had buying a little Pokeball purse somewhere her shoulder with a little potion plush sitting inside with its head sticking out like a chihuahua. So yeah, I looked cuddly to say at least. I stood out a little compared to more professional cosplayers. I arrived too early, so the doors weren't open yet. My friends that were also going didn't arrive yet either. I saw a white car park on the other side of the road, and Ian got out with her kid and walked to the queue and started to point and laughed at the crowd at the door. Had to get past her to get to the door, so she sat people and laughed at them, calling them deadbeats and man-children, which was completely false. They were parents with young children who were dressed up, not just teenagers and adults. The bowling EK says, "There's like, aren't you lucky that you don't have to embarrass yourself in public?" This is like people were mostly ignoring her. People were mostly ignoring her and muttering to themselves. I was effing bizarre. Sorry guys, I just need to say it. Sorry, let's go. Flipping bizarre. She looked straight at me and rated me for the wearing pajamas as my costume, called me lazy for not having a proper cosplay. Then it happened. My savers, a married couple. I saw the rings I dressed as Jeff from Aladdin and Rose Quartz from Steven Universe showed up. Oh, that's cute. Now back to the story. These guys were professional. They looked like they had been to dozens of Comic-Cons. They later won the costume contest. Ian starts her mocking, but then Jeff absolutely exploded at her. Other people started to join in, and they all jeered at her for having better to do since she's the one drove out just so she can make fun of people just want to enjoy an event. Ian goes red in the face, drags EK off and drives away. flipping bizarre. I told my friends about it later, and we all had a laugh. TLDR. Drives to Comic Con so she can make fun of cosplayers. Apparently so. Until EK or you lucky that you hurt them. Jeff Farrell, the people screams at her and scares her off. Lady, if you're going to go to a Comic Con and scare off and make fun of people, this is why I'm joining events. If you're trying to make fun of them to bring them down, that is just wrong. Okay, people, this is the end of the road. See you next time on the next episode.